We've all come to depend on Google as the most reliable information matchmaking service on the internet. We type in whatever we're curious about, and Google comes back with what it thinks we want to find. Usually it works, but if we don't find what we're looking for, we either change our search or just assume the information isn't out there. However, what is widely unknown is that in the largest category of search, Google has pushed aside its powerful organic algorithms and stopped putting the best possible information in front of us. Google now powers the most prominent features of their local search results, known as answer boxes, using Google+. Local searches are typically done when a consumer is trying to find a business in the offline world, like Hotels Salt Lake City or Dentist Miami. It turns out this category of search, local, is the most common type of search we all perform on Google. Over a third of all desktop searches and over half of mobile device searches include local intent. When we perform these searches, Google typically responds by inserting what are known as 7-packs or 3-packs in the search results. The objects on the search results page include interactive maps, which are helpful, but there's a major problem for consumers. Information being pinned to the maps comes exclusively from Google+ Local. According to Google, using Google+ Local to power these answer boxes is better for users because they directly answer the user's query.
If we know the answer, it is better for the consumer for us to answer that question so that they don't have to click anywhere.
But by using Google+ to power these answer boxes, Google disregards the third-party ecosystem of local reviews. Is it possible to power these Google+ objects using Google's relevance algorithm? A group of engineers from different companies in the local search industry put our heads together to determine if this is possible. We built a proof of concept in the form of a browser plugin. We call the widget Focus on the User Local, a phrase we borrow from google.com/about. Here's what a search for pediatrician New York City looks like on Google today. As you can see, there are 31 total reviews within the one box powered by Google+. When we activate Focus on the User Local, we effectively turn on the Google organic algorithm inside the one box. Now we see that Google's generic search algorithm believes sites like ZocDoc, Healthgrades, and Yelp are a much better answer to the question, where can I find a good pediatrician in New York City? This may be because there are over 719 total reviews between 7 businesses in the one box. If you were taking care of a sick child in New York City, which results would you prefer? The hardwired results from Google+, or the results preferred by Google's own algorithm? Notice, we offer a permanent link for Google+ in case people want to toggle to those results. We also offer toggle links to the sites powering the generic search results to filter by source. So what is this little piece of software actually doing? It's fairly simple. When our search for pediatrician New York City is conducted, the widget runs an invisible search in the background. In the invisible search, we introduce a basic combination of search operators. So instead of just searching for pediatrician NYC and trusting what we see on the first page is the most relevant, we give Google a few additional instructions. Pediatrician NYC effectively becomes pediatrician NYC open parentheses site:/ZocDoc.com or site:/Yelp.com or site:/TripAdvisor.com, etc. The point is to string together the top local review websites that specialize in offering helpful reviews of local businesses, then letting Google decide how they stack up against one another, given a particular query. From these organically powered results, it pulls the top 7 most reviewed and highest rated, and swaps out Google+'s results. Focus on the User Local includes dozens of the top local review websites in the world. But one of the most important domains we include in this string of sites is the location of Google's own proprietary ecosystem, Google+ Local. This makes sure every search done by Focus on the User Local includes plus.google.com as a candidate for relevant results. It does not bias toward or away from any particular site. It just asks Google. Finally, let's try Mechanic, Washington, D.C. In the Google+ box today, we see 46 reviews. But when we turn on Focus on the User Local, we see the Google algorithm believes Yelp is far more relevant than Google+, and is capable of filling the box with a total of 415 reviews. As is the case in most examples we could find, Google believes a third-party website, Yelp in this case, ranks higher than its own Google+ powered content. Focus on the User Local shows that Eric Schmidt's testimony to the United States Senate might not have been entirely accurate.
And in that sense, we tend to use data sources that are our own because we can't engineer it any other way.
Google doesn't have to draw exclusively from its own data sources. There is another way. But what about his other point?
If we know the answer, it is better for the consumer for us to answer that question so that they don't have to click anywhere.
Since we've devised a way for relevance to power the answer box while preserving a way for users not to click anywhere, Is it still better for consumers, as he suggests? How would one even quantify such a claim? In order to measure this, we asked thousands of users to imagine a scenario where they would perform a particular search. After the users were primed with intent, they conducted a simple one-click test and received a small amount of compensation for their time. An experimental set of search result examples powered by the focus on the user's software was randomly shown to some users, while a control group, status quo Google, was shown to others. The results showed a significant increase in click engagement within the map and box when organic search was used to power the box. These results prove that consumers would actually prefer results powered by Google's algorithm instead of Google+. A service we've trusted and come to depend upon for reliable information is now being questioned. Google seems to be intentionally degrading the quality of its search results so it can promote its own Google+ Local. The obvious solution is for Google to start acting more like Google.